Joey Reason, Bigger Food Shop. Get yourself a pickle. Get yourself a boot. Joey Reason, Bigger Food Shop. Pickle time is happening.
Everything that I get to eat for breakfast, Era likes, and then she steals it.
Yeah.
She can eat cereal.
With dad.
She can eat anything with milk or peanuts or chocolate or whatever in it. But then it's like, I make pickled eggs. She's into them. Like, I make them extra spicy. She's like, God, these are good.
Is that hunter sausage? Is that more of like a salami?
It's like a turkey stick from Aldi.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those aren't too shabby.
Not too bad.
Being keto, those are keto friendly.
Yeah.
I eat many a meat stick.
I put a lot of meat sticks in my mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly at rest stops across America.
Mm-hmm. That's where
Now,
you find the best one.
last week we ended with you telling us a story.
Cliffhanger.
A cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And didn't it end with you had traded shirts with Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
Is that where we left off?
Yeah. We compared nipples. It was like, do you have an innie or an outie? And traded shirts.
Yeah.
Sheets. Now I'm eating beef stick, Joe. I'm ruining the podcast.
No, not really.
No, okay.
Keith
Keith lost his pants. They were
The
stolen.
pants, yes. Why
Yeah.
did I think you traded shirts with Charlie Sheen?
That's a different story.
Okay.
Um,
So, yes, Keith had lost his pants. They were stolen.
yeah.
And the cops were laughing at you guys.
Yeah. We got off in this town before we got to Lausanne because we went, I think there was like a cop on the train and he was like, or the conductor, he's like, you have to report it. So we got off, went to the police station.
He was like, you have to, I can't do a German accent.
Yeah.
Und you have to report it. No, I can't do it.
No. Well, I had to explain
know what
it
I
to
can
these
do?
guys in
You know what I can
German.
do? Well, ASMR right here. Listen to this.
Mm. What is that you're drinking? Pespi.
Good old Pepsi Max, baby.
Joe, I'm having my
Sugar-free Pepsi.
second one of these virgin. It's called a virgin failure puddle. Wow. You're not drinking alcohol either?
No, I did.
Oh, you did? I'm not.
Yeah, I did.
I'm crazy.
A virgin failure puddle. What would be in that?
Ginger ale
Ginger ale and tears.
and tears. I didn't drink for like a week, like all last week. And
I'm proud of you.
Kara, I wasn't doing it for a thing. And then Kara was like, oh, that's great. That's really good. And I was like, stop talking to me about my not having an alcohol problem.
Well, yeah, I'm glad you did a week. Because I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. If someone would have said money on if Reese could go a week without drinking, I would have said absolutely not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like he's going to get the shakes and he's going to start hallucinating.
There's been times over the last few years that I thought it may be an issue.
Reese may have a problem.
Yeah.
You should see the collection of
You're
bottles
like, I don't
of
have
Don
a problem
Q
at
I
all.
have.
It goes down so smooth and easy.
It's so nice. I feel so great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just went like 2 days without doing it, and I was just like, everybody who quits drinking for a little bit, they're like, oh, I feel so much better, and my face looks better, and I got none of that benefit. Nothing.
Like at no point were you like, oh, the fog is lifted.
No.
Really?
Nope.
When
No.
you wake up in the morning, you didn't feel just like amazing waking up?
No. I think, you know what I do think is I got better sleep. And in that, like the fog was better. Like if I get a really good night's sleep, if I sleep more than 8 hours, I feel great the next day. and I don't feel like
Well,
I'm have that mental
but
block.
who gets more than 8 hours of sleep? Even a
Sometimes
great
me.
night of sleep for me is 6 hours.
Jeez, I would die. Like I can't. Like if I get 6 hours of sleep a couple nights in a row, I'm just a mess. Like
I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. So right now it's all right. Like I got off at 7. It takes me 45 minutes to get home. I scarfed dinner, said hi to Heidi, and then
Yeah.
jumped on here with you. Then we have to go minimum of like an hour and a half.
yeah.
So when we're done here and we're at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah.
So we have another good like half hour plus. So that's going to put me at almost 10 o'clock. Then there's, I got to do chores before bed.
What kind of chores?
Heidi and I are chore fanatics, man.
What kind?
I was never a chore fanatic, and I met this woman, and she has she's made me see the light. I enjoy doing
cleaning.
chores. We
Cleaning.
clean so much, and every day we have chores, and we have the cleanest house of anybody I've ever known in my life, and I'm proud of it.
I think that's rad.
And I don't see it as a burden. I don't see it as like a pee-whipped type thing. I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy having a nice clean house.
It's real
And-
nice.
Yeah, and so then I'll do that. So if we're not going to be done here till like 10, say 10:20, 10:30 by the time I'm done
It's
with like
past
my
bedtime.
chores, then it's probably going to take me another hour to get to sleep. But then,
Oh,
so let's say I'm
Dude.
asleep by midnight,
dude.
and then I got to wake up at 4:30.
I'm glad that you can live like this. I would die. I
Now,
can't.
mind you-
If I got 6 hours of sleep like 3 nights in a row, I'd just be like a zombie.
Now, mind you, it's going to be tough this week on Friday. I
Yeah.
work 7 to 7. Then I work overtime from 7 to 11. Then I got to meet Heidi for an event that evening.
Okay.
And so when I get out at 11, I have to meet Heidi at this event. And then that could go till 1 in the morning ish, maybe longer. And then I still got to be to work at 7 a.m. So getting maybe a couple hours of sleep Friday night. And then I got to be back at work
Wait,
at 7
you don't
a.m.
start work till 7 and you get up at 4?
I get up, my alarm goes off at 4:30. I hit snooze a couple of times, but I'm up, like you're already starting to wake up. So then I try to be up by 5
This makes me feel
at the
tired
very
right now.
latest. So then I'm up, I got to shower, I got to shave my head, I got to shave my neck, do all that stuff. Sometimes I pack a lunch prior, like tonight. Sometimes I have to do it in the morning. I try and be out of here by 5:30. I get to work by 6:10. By 6:10, I change into my roofing uniform. By 6:20, and
You
I
can't
have
go
to-
to work dressed in your roofing uniform?
no.
Oh, well, that would
No.
save some time.
Yeah, but it's not like feasible. Like it's not helpful.
Okay.
And so then I get there, we have a locker room, you change, and then I got to cycle through all my tools, my tools, my
Mhm.
nail guns. I got to cycle through those. I got to read reports from the day before. If I've had anything sent back or emails from my supervisors, like I got to go through all that. Like I said, read reports, all that stuff. Then roll call is at 6:50. And then you're out on the road roofing by 7.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I-
let's say it's crazy. So then like my days off,
Yeah.
so like I work today and tomorrow, but then I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. Now, mind you, those days I'll sleep. So I'm used to, getting up at 4:30, my alarm going off at 4:30. I'll sleep until 8 or 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So those nights I'll get like My off days, I get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. I like set my alarm when I have the kids at 6, and then I will make sure that we get out the door by like 7:15. So it takes me that long. If I have to take a shower, I hustle a little bit.
Yeah.
They get their own breakfast, 7:15, take them to school, and I'm at work by 8:15.
Now, are you a night showerer or a morning showerer?
Morning, but I only take a shower every other day.
See, I'm a morning showerer, and then sometimes I'm an evening showerer.
Yeah.
So I shower every morning. I don't feel right if I don't wake up and immediately take a shower and brush my teeth.
Yeah. I
have to. And then certain nights I get
you
home
take
and
a
I'm
shower
like kind of
every day,
stinky.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every day. And then like sometimes because of what I wear at work,
Yeah.
like the body armor and all that stuff, the uniform, the body armor, like you're sweaty and you stink.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I get home and if you ask Heidi, she would probably want it done a lot more. But like sometimes when I'm like, ooh, I think I stink, then I'll take a shower before bed.
Yeah.
I'll sleep and then I'll still take a shower in the morning. But that's when I feel
that
like
is a lot.
those are like 90-degree days.
Yeah.
It's like 90, 95 out, and then you're wearing body armor and a dark uniform and boots and all that, and you're just dripping.
Yeah. During COVID, I used to take showers when I got home. Like I'd take off all my clothes on the porch and come in my underwear and then take a shower. And then like those clothes would go into the wash. But like now I'm like every other day.
Now
I would
you're
rather
like,
sleep.
COVID was just a ruse.
I call it the hoax.
The greatest hoax in humankind history.
Yep. So anyway, I went to the police station to help Keith get his pants back. We filed a report in German, and I spoke German, and then it was funny because the guys are just like, Keith is like sitting there and he can kind of hear what I'm saying, and I'm like, his pants, they were stolen. And I'm like, Mana named ihren Hosen. And they're like, his Hosen? His pants? The guy just says it in English. Pants? And I'm like, yes. So he gets the other guy to come over, and there's like 3 guys that are working in this teeny little Swiss town, and they're all just laughing their asses off at Keith because his pants got stolen. And they're like,
I'd be too.
They're like, but you have pants on. And he's like, it's another pair. My wallet was in it.
He's like, they're Lenore's.
Yeah. So we get back on the train, we go up the road, and then we get out in Lausanne. And this guy, Bryce, shows up with this like a VW van. It was like the one after the camper van when it was kind of like an egg shape. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like one of those, and we load into it, and we're just like, we don't know what to expect. But he's like driving us, and we're thinking he's like taking us to where he lives, that he works for YWAM in this town, and that he's like, yeah, I do graphic design and website work for YWAM and Mercy.
He's like, I do graphic nudity.
I do graphic nudity. How? I'm going to test some out on you guys.
I like to bounce my wiener head off of the camera lens.
Yeah, let's check it out. No, but he's like, he's telling us about his job, and then he's like, YWAM and Mercy Ships, who he works for both of them. He's like, the reason I work for both of them is because they're in the same building, and we also live in this building. So we're like, okay, he's taking us to like a modern, like where shops are on the bottom, and then there's like condos on top.
Okay.
He's like, do you know about Peugeot, the Peugeot family? And we're like, what? And he's like, like the automobile Peugeot. And we're like, oh yeah. And he's like, well, it's a family. They had this summer castle up here, and they kind of just abandoned it, and they gave it to the city of Lausanne, and Lausanne basically just said, you could have, any nonprofit can have this castle for 100 years if they do these things to keep it in order. So Mercy Ships, he's telling us, like, Mercy Ships and YWAM are like, okay, we'll do it. So we're like, what do you mean a castle? And he goes, you'll see. And so all of a sudden we go into what looks like a giant like park or like a field, like where there should be cattle. And he's like, this is it. These are the grounds. And so
he's like, but we have to scale a moat.
No, man.
We have to get over a moat. And how are you with a battering ram?
For real though, bro.
We got to get in Grayskull through that drawbridge.
Okay, there was no moat and no drawbridge, but it was an honest to God castle.
A white castle?
No, it was not a white castle. But it so it was up on this hill, spread out before us is like the Alps, and then it's like Lake Geneva, and then all of a sudden there's this castle. And the grounds it's on had to be like 100 acres. So who knows? Like, I think part of their deal was they probably had to mow this. But like
they're like, base level, you got to mow it.
Yeah.
Second tier, you got to make sure the electrical stays up to code. This is my German accent.
That's a good German accent.
Thank you.
So what he said is like, this place, they got it from the Peugeot family, and it was like, had been abandoned like in World War I or like after World War II. So it had just been sitting there because I don't think that company was doing as well as they were, or they had castles somewhere else. So
they're a dime a dozen. Next.
It is like a 6-story castle. So the first story you go in and it's all fixed up nice, and there's like a desk and a receptionist, but it's also a castle. And he's like, we have some of our offices here and some are on the second floor, but mostly it's our condos up there. So you go up to the second floor and you're going up like this crazy staircase. And then they made condos. Like they had to, I think, retrofit all the electrical, add phone lines, internet and
yeah, because the internet sucked in the 1600s.
It did.
It was terrible.
Like they had condos, like modern condos. And there had to be like 20 of these for the employees. So if you worked for these nonprofits, for YWAM and for Youth with a Mission in Lausanne, you got like a condo. And I don't know what your salary was, but it was like a pimp condo in this castle that had the best view I've ever seen. And then he's like, yeah, and we have these guest places up on the third floor. And so on the third floor, they're like, you guys go up there. And it was like a bunch of, I could be remembering this wrong. Like the third floor might have been their condos, and the fourth floor was like where the guests go. But it was like, it was like a youth hostel. It was like super rad. There was like all these nice bunk beds, and then like places for married people to sleep. And then,
now, can I interrupt for a sec?
Uh-huh.
So the guys from Good Weather Forecast told us that in Germany, when you fill out your taxes, there is a box for religion.
Okay.
And you check the box that you want because it's not separation of church and state in Germany.
Right.
So it's all encompassed. And so you check the box of what religion you are, and there's a certain amount of them. And the guys were telling me that, like, so if you check like the Christian box, right? There's like, whatever, and then there's Catholic, and then there's Muslim or whatever. And so then what they do is all the taxes that are collected for everyone who's checked that box, that pool of money gets distributed to all of those. Like if you're a Christian,
tax money goes towards that.
Yeah. So like if your organization is set up like through the German government, you get, so like all these places, like like when we were touring with like Good Weather Forecast or Demon Hunter, and playing those shows, we were playing in these areas, and we played in like Ulm, Germany.
Yeah.
And in Ulm, we played this like youth center that was the site where Dietrich Bonhoeffer had his first church.
Wow.
Like there was a plaque that said, this is the site of his first church that he pastored.
Yep.
And so like these places are like spare no expense. And you're like, you kind of start doing like the math, and you're like, how does this place how does this place afford a castle? Like, this is bananas. Like, how do you afford that? How do you keep up the grounds? How do you pay for the condos and the construction of all this? And that's what it is like over there, they get a big sum of money from the government every year.
I don't think it's like that in Switzerland, but that sounds cool for those
Switzerland, you may
guys.
be right. So I'm talking Germany. I know that was how the guys from Good Weather Forecast explained that to us.
That's cool. I do believe in the separation of church and state, but like most European countries have like an official religion. I don't think Switzerland does. I think that like that's part of their
I think they're
neutrality.
neutral on everything.
Yeah. Yes. But
Like,
yeah,
what do you
like,
like better, Wendy's or McDonald's? They're like, hey, I'm just glad people like burgers.
that's all.
Do
That's
you
all.
like
Would you
Taco
some
Bell or
chocolate?
Del Taco? You know what? I'm just glad that the Mexican food can be represented, and whatever people like, we're cool with. So go on.
Well, so you
Dude,
know, I
you
did
just
get
put
the-
on a winter coat. I'm
I know.
cooking.
I know. I turned the heat down too cold, and it's like freezing in here now.
Hey, what's the temp there in Roanoke, Virginia?
67 in the house right now.
What is it outside?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you have your
Hey-
air conditioning on?
Hey, Google, what is the weather outside? Yes, I do.
Right now in Fishersville, it's 67 degrees and partly cloudy.
Oh, it's same as I have the air conditioning set to.
Ask what it is in Ortonville, Michigan.
Hey, Google, what is the temperature in Ortonville, Michigan?
Currently in Ortonville, it's 65 degrees.
You're
Oh.
cooler than we are.
I'm cooking though.
Maybe
I got a
open the
window open. I got a fan
No.
going, and I'm cooking.
Well,
I'm sweating. I do declare, Mr. Beauregard, flowers for me. So continue.
So this place was rad, and they you know, like the guy is there. He's got his wife lives with him. They're expecting. They're super cool. And then there's like all these YWAM volunteers.
What
So
are they expecting? Like a package?
A package. Package from the store.
Just a case of Scotch tape.
Yeah.
They were expecting.
We got a kid? What is this? I need to tape some crap up.
I needed
Yeah.
socks. I
I'm
ordered
about to-
socks on Amazon. That's what I was expecting. Instead,
This
I got
sucks.
this human being.
It's
It's going to drain me for money for 30 years.
But like they, you know, like it was rad. I can't remember. I think after we snowboarded the next day is when we had we watched movies, and then they had fondue for us. So cool. But like, so he's like, you guys don't bring it. You didn't bring your snowboard gears. No problem. A bunch of people donate stuff. And then there's like, we have like raves in the basement
Of course.
for kids in the neighborhood, from kids from Lausanne, and then sometimes they come to Jesus, and then we take them snowboarding. So
And then they're like, and sometimes they don't.
yeah,
Sometimes they come to Jesus and we take them snowboarding, and sometimes they don't. And we sell them weed and semi-hard narcotics, and they still go snowboarding with us.
and it works out. It supplements our income.
It all works out in the end. You know what I mean?
So yeah, he was like, they took us to these, like in their basement, they did have like a youth room, and they had all these crazy cool lights. It did look like a techno club. And he's like, here's where we have our dances and stuff. And then sometimes we have Bible studies. And then there was like other
Sometimes.
rooms. And he was just like, let's go in there, get some gear for you. And
Sundays are the days when we dance.
there was so many rooms of like snowboard gear. They're just like boots, like any boot you wanted, any size, and then gloves and like pants and I think we all had jackets, but there was other like parkas, and then there was like there like any like boards. Like there was just tons of boards. There had to be like 35 snowboards to pick from. And we're just like, this is sweet. And like Stacy skied. So she's like, skis. She got skis and boots. So then we went to bed. We ate something, maybe. I don't remember. Went to bed. Then he drove
Schnitzel.
us. We ate schnitzel. And then we went to, Stacy stayed with Leonore. Me and Keith stayed together because we're bros. And then we went to this ski area, and I cannot remember what it's called.
A
But
little
we
town
skied.
called Aspen.
Well, the other thing is people had donated passes for them. So he's just like, yeah, we got all these donated passes. Had I known, like when I met this guy and he was like, we're going to hook you up with all this and you get the snowboard for free, I would have done it the whole time. Like just been like, we're going straight to hang out with this guy for 2 weeks and we're just going to snowboard every day.
Yeah.
So
And we're going to write an album.
and write an album. Dude, you got a recording studio in here?
Our
Let's do it.
snowboardiest album ever.
I think they did out of a recording studio in the castle. Like they were
Yeah.
just, what else can we use this room for and
Yeah.
spend this money on?
They're like, geez, we just got another government check. What are we going to have? Well, let's put a recording studio in. We already got gold toilets.
Yep, let's do it.
We got solid gold toilets. We'll put in a recording studio, and next
What about-
week we'll do a Wonka room. Everything
room?
made of chocolate and candy.
Go-kart track to the Wonka room. Can we hire any little people to come in here and work, paint themselves orange? That's derogatory.
Can we do that?
Demeaning.
Can we
No.
do that?
Can we do that?
Where does that fall on the list?
On the list.
Yeah,
So-
it's odd listening
Uh-huh.
to you tell a story
Yeah.
while you're in a parka.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm talking to Captain Shackleton.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, look at this, man. Isn't that a nice one?
Yeah, you got what's that? Chinchilla or is that raccoon?
I don't know. I got it off Temu.
Oh, so that's rat.
No,
That's probably rat.
I think it's fake.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Rat.
Okay, maybe. It smells funky, man. It smells like an old tire shop.
Can I tell you what I did recently?
Yeah, what?
For the last for as long as I can remember, I've always had a winter coat that had a big old hood. And I got sick of it. I'm a Columbia guy, so I always wear Columbia gear. And last year, my Columbia winter coat with the hood drove me insane. If there's anyone out there, any of our listeners that would like a Columbia winter coat, it's a big one. I'm a big guy. It's got a hood on it. It's ridiculous warm. I can't stand the thing because it's got a hood. So this year I went with
Can't you remove the hood?
it doesn't remove. No.
Huh.
So this year I went with the Carhartt Yukon Extreme.
Wow. And that
Uh,
doesn't have a hood?
It does
Or
not
can
have
you
a
remove
hood.
it? Huh.
No, it doesn't have a hood. So I'm stoked about that.
Okay.
But if you're out there, I'm like a 2X tall. If you need a winter coat, let me know. I can get you a winter coat. I know a guy who's got a
or
Columbia winter coat.
if you want an orange one like this, it was $22 on Temu.
Now, is it warm?
Oh yeah, I'm warm right now. I feel great. I just wanted to see, and now I'm gonna wear it. You know what I was doing is on Temu, you keep on getting, you're like, you can get this thing. You're gonna get it for free, but you gotta spend this much more. And then it keeps like moving the goalposts. So I got this, a screwdriver set. I don't remember what else. I was trying to get Pelican case for my monitor, for my teleprompter monitor.
Oh, dude.
So I got this thing.
Somebody, did you see the photo that somebody put up on the Diabolical Discussion page? Oh my gosh, I don't know who it was, and I forget who it was. Let me see if I can pull.
They were
Oh, my
showing
phone's not working.
what was on my teleprompter. They
Dude,
got up on stage and it was
the-
just pictures of Michael Tate.
It's it's the funniest photo. Whoever it was, it's one of our normal listeners, but I forget who it was. They put like, went to a 5-iron show last night. It sucked. And it was a photo of you guys like all on stage, but there was like 100-inch TV screens in front of all of you. Dude, it's so funny. It was so funny. It's such a great photo that they like photoshopped these giant ass TV screens, and all they're seeing is the back of the screens, and you guys are on the others. Oh, it's so funny. It was so clever.
Oh,
I
man.
loved it. I had a good laugh.
I want it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's bring this to a close.
I'm never going to finish the story.
No, you're not. And guess
Okay.
what? Next week, we're going to interview somebody. Next
Oh,
week, we're
man.
going to interview one of our big deals.
Okay.
I don't know who, but we're going to interview somebody. So somebody who's free next Monday, you need to message us and say, I'll do it. I'll step up and do it. If you have not been interviewed yet and you're a big deal level listener, get a hold of us. Slide into them DMs. Nice and juicy, nice and moist. Slide right into them DMs and say, hey, I want to be interviewed.
That sounds disturbing, Joseph.
It is what it is.
Okay. We love you guys and appreciate you. You are nice and we like you. Is that good?
Yeah, I think they bought it.
Okay, good. All right, guys. Peace of pizza.
Bang.